Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Hanson here. So in this video, I want to solve an issue where we have all of our guilds that are being showed correctly, but the problem is that we don't have guilds that we own where the bot is not in. So this is only showing all the guilds that both we own or have the managed guild permission, as well as the bot is in. But what if I want something like Me6's dashboard, where if the bot is not in the guild, we want something like this. Set up Me6, and when you click on it, it's just going to take you to the invite URL. Okay, how do we do that? Well, let's go back to the backend. Let's go back to our code over here, and let's go into utils.js. So this is where we have the get mutual guilds function, and we're going to go ahead and refactor this. So what we're going to do is we're first going to get all of the guilds where we have the managed guild permission. So that's going to be pretty simple. So const valid guilds equals user guilds dot filter, and then we're going to go ahead and just filter out all guilds where guild.permissions and 0x20 is equal to 0x20. Okay, so if this evaluated value is equal to the permission that we're comparing it with, or the permission that we use the bitwise and with, that means it has the actual permission. Okay, so now we have all the guilds where we have the correct permissions. We're going to go ahead and do this. We need a way to check to see which guilds that the bot is in and which guilds that the bot is not in. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to actually filter out all the guilds from this valid guilds array, and we're going to check to see if we can get that guild inside this valid guilds array, and we're going to check to see if that guild is inside bot guilds. And if it is inside bot guilds, that means that that guild is actually that means that that guild has the bot. But if it's not found inside the bot guilds array, then that bot is not in the guild. So I'm going to explain it again once we actually write the code. First, we're going to go ahead and declare an array called included. So this is going to contain all the guilds that have the bot. And then we're going to declare another variable called excluded. So valid guilds filter, and we're going to go ahead and filter out all of these guilds. So the logic behind this is, first we're going to find the guild, and we want to find the guild from the bot guilds array. Okay, so we want to check to see if bot guilds has a guild where the guild inside the bot guilds array matches guild.id. And if this is true, that means that the guild, the bot's guilds as well as the user's guilds have a mutual connection. So that means it's in the guild. So if this is not true, okay, then we're just going to return a guild. Okay, so that means this is going to be added into excluded if it's not true, because if it's true, then we want to add it to included as well. So if this is false, then we'll do included.push, and we'll push find guild. So this is going to push the guild that was found, okay, and on line 7, this is going to return guild if find guild was not found. So hopefully, I know this is a little bit weird, but let me go ahead and return excluded and included, and then maybe we'll console log it so you guys can really see what's going on. Okay, so right now I'm going to refresh. We're probably going to get an error. Yep, we're going to get an error, but that's fine. Let me show you the console. So now we have this object. I'm not sure why this is showing like that, but we have excluded, and you can see that code ring is excluded, and then we have included. So these are all of the guilds that are included. Okay, but now let's go ahead and let me go ahead and kick my bots from some of my guilds. So right now, USA server, let's kick BrainyBot. Okay, so now let's refresh. Well, let's go back to menu. So we're still gonna get an error, but that's fine. Okay, we're gonna fix that on the front end. But now I want you to look at the logs again and see right over here how this included before in the previous over here in the previous log it had three elements. Now it has 2 elements. That's because we kicked it. Okay, so there's only 2 servers that the bot is in, but now there are 2 servers that the bot is not in. Okay, so code ring as well as USA server. So I hope that makes sense. Alright guys, so now on the front end we need to actually fix it up, because obviously we're returning an object instead of an array now, so it's going to throw an error. Okay, if I try to go to menu right over here, it's going to throw an error. It says guilds.map is not a function. Let's try to go again. You can see, yep, it's throwing in that error. which is expected, okay, because we made some changes to the back end. So we need to make sure we're updating the front end. So I actually realized something right over here, line 17 in the code. You can see it says set loading is set to false. We need to get rid of that because we're not done fetching data yet. Okay, we're going to get rid of that, and we're actually going to set loading inside at the very last dot then. Okay, if we're calling a bunch of different backends, we want to make sure everything has been fetched before we set loading to false. So we're going to do that right over here. And I'm going to change this to an object instead of an array, this react.useState. Okay, and that should be fine. And all we got to do now is inside menu component. Okay, so this was inside the menu page component, but now inside menu component itself, we're going to go and reference guilds.included.map instead of just guilds. And I'm going to go over to menu now. And you should see we have all of the guilds that our bot is in. Okay. And we want to render all the guilds that the bot is not in. So we'll do guilds.excluded.map guild. And what I want to do here is I'll render a div. And we will just honestly do the same thing. But this time instead, what we'll do is instead of saying view dashboard, we should say something like invite or setup bot, something like that. It doesn't really matter. And obviously we have to change the link. But you can see right over here it says setup bot, view dashboard, view dashboard. Okay, now for the setup bot part, there's many ways that you can do this. You can either have a pop-up that invites the bot, or you can have something that just like redirects the person to the authorization page. So for example, you can just have this, let me see if I can do this. So instead we need an external link. So setup or invite bot. Okay, and you can do this however you want, honestly. But what you want to do is you want to get the invite link. So that's going to be something like discord.com. I'm not sure what the link is. Oh, I got it right over here. So I'm going to hard code this, but obviously you wouldn't want to hard code it, but I'll leave you guys to fix it up. Okay, but let's refresh. So let's go back to here. And if I click invite bot, let me close this out. If I click invite bot, it takes me here. Okay, and then it says connect to Discord. Which server do you want to connect to? Okay, and that's pretty much, obviously MEE6 uses a pop-up, so you can do that if you want to. And yeah, so pretty much all you gotta do is just click on here and then add the bot too, and then once that's done, it's pretty straightforward. Like, that's really all it is. And when you come back here, so let's actually do this. So let's go ahead and invite the bot to USA server. Okay, and let's authorize. Okay, so we're authorized, but now the only downside to this is we have to go back. But now if you refresh, you're gonna see that it says view dashboard for 3 guilds, but for CodeRing it only has 1 guild. Okay, so that's one way that you can fix it up, so that it shows like the distinction between every single guild. So hopefully this video made sense, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.